would hold you in my arms and you would say to me,
And the other thing, the thing I'm going to rant about this morning, now I see one guy up ahead and he's on a motorbike, and that's great. But I've been out and about this morning. I've been heading around the place. I've been delayed getting to work because of this Balmoral show. There's been lots going on. And other than this one guy that I see up ahead here, I haven't seen one other motorcyclist at all. And the sun is shining. It is brilliant summer weather here in Northern Ireland. If there was ever a day to get out on your bike, this is today. And then I was thinking, I remember when I was younger, my grandparents would have said, on your bike, if you were basically annoying them and they wanted you to, you know, move on or get out of the road, basically they would say, get on your bike, son. And I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking, why on earth are people not out on the bike? Like, what is stopping people from getting out on their motorcycles just one day? Like, look at this congestion, look at all these people. Now, I understand the van guys, because they maybe have a job and they're having to bring to and from equipment, but look at this big Freelander too, one woman in it, you know, car, one person in it, another woman, car to the right hand side, a guy, an Altura car, big car, one person in it. You know, we would be literally reducing the congestion by about a quarter if we could just get people out on their bikes. So I'm almost going to do this as a plea video. What I'm saying to you is, you're probably watching this video because you have a bike, right? I would guess you have a bike. Oh, this guy's got blue indicators. Wow, that's not cool. Now this mini driver's going to screw me over. No. Look at this middle lane. That's a pain in the ass. Look, they've tarmac both sides of this road. They've done resurfacing work on both sides of this motorway, right? Left side and right lane. But they've obviously done them independently at different times. And where they meet in the centre line, like basically at that white line, there's like a big deep groove in the tarmac where they haven't quite tarmac the bloody thing rightly. And then here they've sort of come back and done a bit of patchwork on it. And therefore, if you're a motorbike and you're trying to filter and you sit anywhere near this white line, it becomes extremely difficult because your tyre keeps slipping into a groove that they haven't quite surfaced right, rather than kind of trying to smooth it all out. Now I wonder what type of bike this is. Now I'm glad to see this dude. Well done, sir. But anyway, back to my point. If you're watching this video, you're probably interested in bikes, right? You might even own one. You might even own three. And if you're from Northern Ireland, you probably have a host of them sitting in a garage somewhere that you just go down and polish every 6 months. Or you're a weekender, right? You basically, oh, I've never thought about commuting to work on the bike. I just take it out on weekends or whatever. God, we're on gear. What I'm saying to you is, look, just, you don't have to go out on it every day, right? But it's not as big a deal as you're probably making it out to be. And in Belfast now, you know, this whole penguins and suits thing, I don't know what it's like in London and Dublin and other parts, but in Belfast that's dying out a wee bit. You know, people are coming in trousers and a shirt. Very rarely do you see workmen now in ties, unless they're kind of an older generation trying to do something. Like even the managing director of the company I'm from, you would never see him in a tie. You know, who needs a tie when you've got a button on the shirt? I mean, ties don't really need to exist anymore. They were invented to hold your shirt together when buttons didn't exist. I mean, come on, we don't need them. So, and in this weather you don't need a suit jacket either, right? You need just a wee coat or a wee anorak or something. You just stick in your backpack. So what I'm saying to you is, don't be a pussy, right? Just get your bike out. Just go down to your shed or your garage or wherever it is and just say, right, Colsey's right, I'm going to take this bike out just one day. And just do this for me, just one day every week over the summer. Just say, right, today's bike day. Well, that's a Friday because you're winding down, or a Monday or a Wednesday because that gives you a bit of time. Just say, well, rather than taking the car and sitting in this huge traffic and contributing to huge traffic jams and lack of parking and stuff, wherever city you're from, just one day a week you take the bike, and I swear to you, you'll do it once and you'll be like, oh, it was quite enjoyable, enjoyed myself. It makes a pleasant journey to and from work, a more interesting journey to and from work. And when you do that, right, and you realise that it's not that difficult, then just do it more often. And I'm not saying, I used to be like this where I thought, well, I'm not going to start taking the bike, you know, if I'm not going to do it every day, because that would annoy me. And then I'd say, well, that's crazy, because maybe what I should be saying is, if I'm not prepared to take it in winter, that doesn't matter. I'll just take it over the summer months. So then you end up saying to yourself, well, I'll take the bike from April through to September. After September, or time, I'll get back to the train or back to the car and stay in the car or the train until April or whatever have you, So, like, look at all these poor people having to sit in these wee hot boxes on the way to work. Man, it's mental. So just do it for me, right? And if you do it one day and you enjoy it and you think, well, he's right, I've had this bike sitting in my garage. It's not, most people have a bike in the garage and they give off because they don't get the miles on the bikes that they think that they should. And it's a used motorcycle market paradise in this country, because I've done a couple of reviews of used motorcycles, and I've been around and I spend enough time looking at bikes and having a nosy at Gumtree and all these other things, Auto Traders and stuff. Now this guy's sitting with his indicator on, but I don't think he's actually going to go here. Nah, he's not. Indicator. No, didn't hear me. Probably has music up too loud. Oh, no, he hasn't cancelled it. So, yeah, people moan that they don't get enough miles on the bike. And you basically can go and pick one up. You can pick up a couple of year-old bike with a couple of hundred miles on it in this country, and they've lost a couple of grand on it. Because they buy them thinking, yeah, I'm going to use this all the time, I'm going to get out on it all the time. And then they get 2 or 3 good weekends in a year where they don't have the girlfriend or the wife or the children or the family, they don't have work commitments, and they don't have friends organising a night out. And then basically they'll find a wee day where they can set aside to the bike, and they'll go for a quick nip up the north coast, run up 100 miles in the bike and be like, oh, that was great, no, I'll have to do it more often. And then they'll not get out again for another 2 months. So, you can't do all your motorcycling at a weekend. And most of us, 99.9% of us, are in a job where, people make a big deal, oh, you couldn't be taking a bike, oh, there's too much traffic. It's perfect when there's a lot of traffic. Look at this. You just filter up the inside, just go careful, go easy, and you'll get there ahead of anybody else in a car, and you won't be adding to the congestion. Now, that's alright, boy, you were going to pull out, but that's fine, you had time. And that's why all these cars are changing lanes so rapidly all the time, and they're trying to find the next wee quickest route. Oh, I'll move from the outside lane to the inside lane to the thing. I don't feel angry towards car drivers, because I used to do it myself a few times, but I just feel sorry for them. It's just such a blooming hassle for them. And I'm parking up at work here, and there's a girl parked up in the wee bit outside HMRC, Her Majesty's Royal Courts in Belfast is where I park, basically, because I can get it up on the curbstone, and because it's a court, they have a lot of security cameras outside, and those security cameras are pointed directly to the corner where me and a lot of others park a bike. But I noticed the other day when I was getting back on my bike, there was a female amongst us, and she jumped onto MT09. So it's not a gender thing either, motorbiking is not just for men, it's for all of us. So don't feel intimidated, don't be worried about it, don't be anal about it, don't be, oh, I'm not taking the motorbike because it'll flatten my hair or something ridiculous. Nobody cares what you look like. You're going to your place of work, you're not going to the catwalk, so just do it, right? Get out on your bike, just do it, go to work. Now I have a rucksack on my back here with a laptop in it, because it's my work laptop. I have gym gear in it, I have lunch in it, I have a spare jacket in it. I always carry a spare t-shirt just in case I get soaked or something crazy happens on the bike, and then I can go into work and change into a spare t-shirt. Then I have a bag of toiletries, so I've got hair stuff, I've got everything. And then I've got a disc lock for the bike, so I'm carrying a hell of a lot, but realistically you don't need to, but that's just because I have so much to do when I get up to a day of work. But it's fine, it goes on my back and I can't even feel the weight. I can actually rest it on the pillion seat behind myself, and therefore I get up to work. 2 minutes I'll be out of these textile gears, I'll be dressed like everybody else, and then I nip to the bathroom and do my hair.